Hello and welcome in. Welcome to Tammy Loves Vintage, where today I'm going to show you how to make a paper feather. I wanted to do this yesterday. I had an event. I was in the Crafty Bunch and we made masks for Mardi Gras, and I wanted to make a paper feather. Mine was more I would say my mask was more vintage looking, more masquerade ballish than Mardi Gras, but it was still a mask and it worked out great. But I really wish I would have had time to show you how to make a paper feather. I ended up and used 3 vintage, really fluffy, beautiful feathers. So they turned out to be quite pretty, and I think probably prettier than my paper feather. But at the same time, there is always not a purpose, but a use. There's always a way to work in a paper feather into your project. So I didn't really think about that, like having a project and showing you what to do with it once you make it. But yeah, I'm looking at what I have. I have that owl still, and I have the journal. Did I show you guys that journal? Or was it my group that I showed the journal? I gotta show somebody my journal. Maybe I could work it in on a page. Maybe we could do that. Anyway, maybe you guys don't even care about that. Let me just teach you how to make one first, and then we'll talk about if you want to see what to do with it. Okay, so the first thing I have, let me put you down here. Hi, you guys. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you, Alma. Hi, everybody. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Pamela, Norma. Hi, you guys. Hello, hello. Texas Breeze Creations. Hi, you guys. So, I just have an old book. Now, look, the cover is janky. I bought it this way. It is falling apart. It was $20 is what I paid for this book. But what I liked about it, when I looked at it, you know, I'm always one to look at the font, at the size of the letters, at the boldness, whatever. I love the yellowing of the pages, the like browning, I guess I could say. But these had writing and music, so I thought that was unusual. A lot of times it's, you know, all music or all writing, and so I kind of liked the mix in this. It is, oh gosh, I didn't really look to see. Oh, is it German? Oh, and it's German too. I didn't realize that, but yeah, it's German. 1878 is when the book is from. So hi Dorinda. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Gina. Hi, Jan. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna take a page out of here. Oh, it's even neater to know that it's German. Look at this. That's so cool. See, I can't see anything. Oh, my internet, for Pete's sake, or Facebook. I don't know if it's mine because my videos that I watch and things, nothing skips like this. So I kind of don't think it's me, but could be. Anyway, I'm just going to rip out, I need 2 pages. I'm going to rip out 2 pages. Whatever paper you choose, you'll need 2 slivers of paper, 2 pages, not slivers, 2 pages. I don't know why I said slivers. Okay, 2 pages of paper. Okay, let's see. It is a cool book, I know, and it is hard to tear up. Hey, Carol. Hi, Eve from Australia. Hi, Marilyn. Just in time to see how to make a paper feather. I know you've already seen it in the group. I did it years ago, but you've been in there a long time, so you probably remember. So I just have a wire, a floral wire. This one just happens to be white. Any wire will work just fine. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Wanda. Hi, you guys. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they were better than these for that instance. The fluffiness, hi Susie, was pretty awesome. So anyway, gosh, I just happened to look up 57 of you already. Is nobody doing anything tonight? Hi, you guys. So I'm gonna so these are a little bit smaller pages. If you have like full-size pages, you can just cut them down to whatever size feather you need. We've made long, skinny ones. You can make it any size that you want, but I'm going to make my feather according to the size of my papers, okay? So I'm going to just take I know there just happens to be a line down the middle. I don't really need that. I'll do it over here because I don't really need that. And I'm just going to put a line of glue, and I'm just using this art glitter glue. You could use any glue. I kind of like this because it's such a fine, it does a really fine line. It comes out of that little teeny tiny point, that little hole there. So I like that. You can use hot glue. That's what we used to use. Yes, he is. His name is Franz Brewer. Yes, he's very, very, very German. There is a video in here. Okay, so you put the glue and then you stick the wire into it. We did a Christmas. He came on once to do a Christmas video with me, and he told a little story. You could probably go back on YouTube. Gosh, I wonder what I would have called that. Maybe type in father on Tammy Loves Vintage search and see if it comes up, or Christmas story maybe. Type in German. I don't know what I titled it. I have to think about what I would have called it. Oh, it was really good, and he did a super great job. Okay, so I'm just taking this glue and I'm running it down the spine, not the spine, but the length of this wire. So there's glue underneath, and then there's glue on top, and then I'm going to put another page on top, okay? And then we're going to glue it down. And you want your wire to be fairly straight, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to just kind of press it with this old, like if you're using scrapbook paper, you can really, hi Shannon, hey Kathy. Yeah, my stepfather is German. I don't know what I said, but yeah, he is. His name is Franz Brewer, and that's kind of what got me into liking all this German stuff, I guess, was just listening to him. And when I found something really cool, I'd pick it up and say, show him. And that's been fun over the years because he loves all that stuff. It brings back memories for him of little childhood songs or whatever it might be. I don't know. There's two different writing, what do they call it? Like the German language has an old and a new writing, and he can't read the newer. He has to read the older. So if I get the wrong German, whatever, he can't read it. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, they do? Wow, Marilyn, I didn't know that. Hi, Wanda. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is cut this into the shape of a feather. So if you see, you can see where I was just sitting here gently, the wire, I don't know what they call this on a feather, maybe a vein of a feather. I've heard of a feather quill, but I think that's down here. I don't know. But anyway, if you just take your time, I did another one just so I could make sure I remembered how to do it. And I kind of pushed a little too hard. Dialects, that's it. That's it. That's the word. So yeah, he can read the older, but not the newer. He can kind of, but not as easily. He has to think about it. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut out what I think is the shape of a feather. Now you can make your feather skinny. This is where I said you can make it long. If once you cut it out, you're not crazy for it, then just make another one or cut it again, try again. Maybe you can get it, save if you made it like, let's say you made it too fat or too long and you're not loving it, just cut it again till you get it how you like it. Okay, so here's my feather. Okay, now what you do is simply cut little slits in your feather over to the wire, not touching the wire, but over to the wire. Snip, 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 and you keep going all the way up, okay? Now, I'm going to show you something. Yes, he can. He can like up in Amish country when they're speaking Dutch, he can understand them. Now, they make these type of scissors as well, which makes this super easy. You scrapbooking ladies probably have these, but I'm going to use this just because I have them. But see, it will cut several pages all at once. And when we were teaching classes and stuff, we had a few pair of these, just, for people that could try them, whatever, for fun. I was going to back it up. I was almost to the wire. And you might lose a little ripple or two. And then when you get up past the wire, just try and judge where the wire is. I usually don't take my wire all the way up, but you can. There's no, oh well, there might be a wrong if you rub too hard on your wire and rip your paper, or if you cut your little slits too close, you might get a gap because you might drop a piece. There's not really very many rules. It just, you don't need these scissors, these fancy whatever they are. You can just use your little scissors and just keep snip, snip, snipping. Okay, and then you're just kind of gonna fluff it around a little bit to give it a little bit of life there. Okay, like that. And then you've got, I guess it will look better if I cut the bottom. I didn't cut the bottom of the other one either. I might not have my bottom quite featherish. Yeah, I need to cut it all the way, don't I? That looks better. All right. So then here's my other one that I made earlier. And yeah, they're pretty much the same, except I didn't cut the bottom. Okay. Oh, that's almost too small, but I got it. Okay. All right, and so there you've got a couple of feathers that you can put into a project. You could put flowers in front of them. You could have them sticking out of a hat or whatever. I thought I would show you, if you want, we could look at this journal. I can't remember if I showed you guys the journal or if I showed it in the group. I think I showed it in the group because I wanted them to see it first, but then I'm like, oh, did I show it here? I don't know. Anyway, I made a black journal. Yes, you could do colors. Yes, Dorinda. I'm sure if Anne from Anne's Create and Share sees this, she will probably try a watercolored feather of some sort, I bet you, because she's really good at that kind of thing. But yes, use your scrapbook paper, use your thin paper, heavy paper, whatever, whatever. That's just the basics of how to do it, okay? So I had bought a photo album off of a follower here, Joan Records, and I loved the black scrapbook, the black pages, and so the ones that were empty, it was a photo album, and the ones that were empty, I wanted to make a journal. I'm going to call it a journal because you guys all call them journals, but really, to me, this is a treasure book. It's more of a treasure book. And I'll show you how you could journal in it. But anyway, let's just see if I could incorporate a feather into this somehow. So, and we put it all together over there, so I'm not going to get into all that, how to do all that. And I've taught you how to make the pockets here on this page before. If you want to, you can go back through my YouTube channel, Tammy Loves Vintage, and search paper pocket. Or you could go to the hashtag vintage friendship journal. I always forget the word vintage. How could I do that? Vintage friendship, that would have no spaces. And if you scroll clear to the very beginning of that, I was making pockets and things for when we shared our vintage friendship journal. And so I show you how to make, I don't know, 5 or 6 different pockets. Easy for beginner pockets I can figure out how to make. And we did it very slowly, and I really tried to make sure you could get it, all the folding. So anyway, that's the pockets that are in here. I did take this piece of lace and I made a pocket. One of the girls suggested to make a pocket. I was going to glue the whole thing down and then lay something over top of it. But I didn't want to lose all of the action. And one of the girls said, why don't you make a pocket? And I thought, oh, why don't I? So I did. And I put this postcard in here, and it's Philip. His name is Philip something, Philip Elting. And I put that letter beside of this, and I used a man and I used a partial zipper just as the trim instead of, you know, whatever you might want to run along here. Usually I would do buttons or a ribbon or another piece of lace or something. And then I had this brass letter A, so we called it, one of the girls called it Prince Albert. I kept calling him Arnold or Alfred, and they called him Prince Albert. I kind of like that. So anyway, there's that. And then here's another pocket that's got a one of those tucks or whatever they call them, a card, not a card. I guess it could be a belly band, which I hate to say, a sash, but I tore the bottom of it off so it would fit nicely in my little pocket here. But just like a thing to tuck in. I have a blank page, and then I have just added an applique and whatever here. So this might be a nice page for a feather. Let me just snip let me find my wire cutter here. Let me just snip the bottom of it. So I don't want it too long. I can make another one with that. Let's see, and then maybe we'll bend it a little bit. And maybe I could put it in there. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe it needs to go on a black page. Did I have oh, maybe I could tuck it in. No, that would be weird. Hang on. All right, let's keep going until I see if, oh, maybe I could put it on a lighter page. Yeah, that kind of shows up a little bit better. Let's keep going because I know I have a couple blank black pages in here. So, and then a railroad certificate. I have that. I think a couple of different people have sent me these, so I hate to shout out a name. There's just four little kids, and I put that on the back side with some lace of the railroad thing, and then I aged this old flashcard and taped it in, and then I covered the tape. I used masking tape and I covered it with ribbon, and then put a couple of different little pages in there, little old pages. And then I added a rhinestone bracelet. I'm not sure you guys can, yeah, I added a rhinestone bracelet on this edge. And then this is a handkerchief. It's lace that was all around the edge of a handkerchief. So when you're seeing old linens, you may look at it as a whole and be like, I don't need that. But when you look at the lace on the edge, it always makes beautiful trims, whether it's on like a matte. I have some over there, but you'll just have to keep following. Someday I'll show you what I mean. But look at the lace on the outside edge. Sometimes it's really beautiful and worth more. If you cut the lace off and just had a piece of lace for sale, it's worth more than if you leave it intact as a doily, honestly. Not a doily like a doily, but I'm going to call it a mat, where it's, let me go get some right now when I'm talking about it, because you guys are going to be like, what is she talking about? They're over here on the floor. I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you some that would be like, this one's not, I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not, the lace isn't right. Let me see here. Oh, I've got a bunch of them. Let me get to them. All right. Well, this one's not a great one to start out with. It's all stained. But see the lace on the edge? Like, that would be a great lace to go around the edges of pages. Here's a little teeny tiny lace. So the mat itself, like, look at it, it's like nothing, but boy, when you cut that lace off and you just have that strip of lace, you can use it in so many ways. Here's another, that's a beautiful lace. Here's another, beautiful. So when you're seeing those sorts of things, wow, look at this one. This one's really, really pretty. You see the lace on it. Like, this part as a whole isn't that pretty, but boy, when this is cut off and in a row, it's beautiful. So I usually let you guys do that part, but I'm just telling you, that's what you can use to trim around your pages. Okay, so now you know. All right, and then this piece, this is a doily that I got out of our journal we made in the Daisy Society. It was a flow journal. And this was in mine from Martha Knox. I don't know if Martha's here or if she might catch the replay, but this was a piece out of her journal that she mailed me. We did a swap, and she hooked a couple of buttons on here. I'll show you the other side when we get to it. And then this was just a pretty little doily and a neat piece of paper and some papers out of my website. I have a lot of neat papers on my website. And then this is a beautiful tatting doily. And I thought it was such beautiful contrast against the black. And I hadn't really seen anyone I hadn't noticed anyone do a black, because I think they always think about writing in it, but I wanted it as the backdrop for my treasure book is what I'm going to call it. So let's see if we could work a, I don't know which side looks better. I'm not sure it matters. See if we can put a little curl to our feather here and fit it here on the page. It's a little bit long. We cut it off. We'll cut off about an inch. See, that looks a lot better on the black paper. So, oh shoot, I didn't plug in my glue gun. Oh well, we'll just use this. This is for paper to paper anyway. We're going to use this. It'll be fine. Okay, let's glue this down. So I'm just going to run it up the vein, I think is what you would call it. I don't know. I'm going to run this glue along that raised little area there. And then we're going to lay it down here. Kind of going corner to corner. Okay, and then I'll have a little feather in my book. Make sure I'm right side up. Yep, right side up. It's always important to make sure you're right side up. I love the black background. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Vicki. Thank you. Thanks, Dorinda. Hi, Jamie. Okay, so, and then you really can't fan these up, so I don't know if you want to maybe kind of bend them a little bit or something so that it doesn't just look like a teardrop in there. You want to kind of have them a little wonky so that it shows up like a feather. And then let me grab a couple flowers. Like I said, I didn't really think about doing it up, like showing you what to do with it. I was just going to take a minute and show you how to make one, but then I thought about it and I thought, gosh, they're not going to know what to do. I'm looking for a flower. I got a bag of paper flowers here. All different kinds of paper flowers. I was looking for something. Oh, this is an old one. This is maybe perfect. Yeah, because it's not very thick. I'm gonna cut some of this old. This is just an old flower off of a hat. It's in the wrong bag. It's in my paper flower bag, but that's okay. we're not gonna be mad about it. All right, I'm gonna cut some off so that it's not so thick, so that my book won't. Oh, I need my hot glue. I need my hot glue. I really, really want my hot glue. Hang on, I'm going to turn it on. We'll move on. It won't take but a minute for it to warm up enough, and then we'll come back and oh, there's my light. We'll come back and glue a little flower there on the bottom of that one. Okay, and then this is just like an applique that I glued in and put a little button on. Just simple. I just kind of wanted to keep it simple, but like Kelly said, I just feel like all of the contrasts of the vintage laces. I got this too. Remember, I was adjusting the light the other day. Now I got it too bright. And then that other light came on. Woohoo! I don't know. I'm so bad at light. That's what Abby taught. My daughter tells me, Mom, I think it stinks. She's right. I know. Yeah, that might be better. I'm not very good at this, you guys. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I love the contrast and the beige and the black. You know, it's just, I think it's super great. And it's very coordinated, like very color coordinated as far as neutrals go. I love it. This one I didn't show you, but I stuck a little dried greenery on the back of a card that I made out of watercolor paper and stamps. There's that. And I stuck it, this is a sleeve that the old, cabinet cards, the thick cards, the old ones sometimes they come in these, and they make great pockets. And then these papers you can find on my website. They're two different ones. I got all kinds of them, a big bundle of them. You get a whole bunch of really well done. They're reproduction old ads and things, but they're really great. This is a handwritten music that I found. It's all handwritten, and the music notes are handwritten. All of the lines are handwritten. Everything's handwritten, including the words. And the guy was just, or whoever, was amazing at their work, how they did that. Another little pocket. And these are more of the papers. I guess I should show you. They're available on my website at TammyLovesVintage.com. I tried to pick ones that had a lot of bold black so they would show through this. I think the girls call it vellum. I think this is vellum. I'm not sure. And then I did a cardboard with a little netting and a couple of little pictures. I have little picture packs that I had in my last sale. I got the envelopes on my website, but I didn't get the picture packs on there. I forgot about them, to be honest. I forgot to do that. I'll do it tomorrow if I remember. And then another little tuck, another little paper tuck thing that we made, and we made them together. If you go back to the hashtag vintage friendship journal and scroll down to the very beginning, just take your phone and keep going like that till you get to the very beginning, and then pull it back down and find my earliest ones. That's where I made these pockets and things. Okay, and then I added this big lace around the edge of this page that kind of goes with the cream and white lace off of the handkerchief here. So I got this big floppy black, and then I ripped a picture out, and I ripped a piece of the black photo album paper and added just a little flower. And then here's the other half of Martha Knox's doily that she put in the flow journal, and she wired a couple buttons on there. And then I did a German book page. And then I had this velvet flower applique, and I'd never used it. And I just kept pushing it around, saving it for something special, and I thought it was perfect in this book. And then the very bottom of the book, down here, my daughter Abby gifted me a squeezy stamp, or not a punch, but an embosser. You squeeze it, and it presses words in. And this says Tammy Loves Vintage, established 2013. It's backwards, but that's what it says. And then she made a little flower, and she designed it for me. And so anyway, I punched that page to kind of give it a made by me thing. So here's another black page we could do. Yeah, let's just do this one while we're here, and we can get that one side. And this is on the opposite side of the other one. So we're just gonna put this in here. Ain't gonna be no thing. We're just gonna slap her in here. And I'm gonna go opposite of the other one. Whoops, opposite of the other one. Whoops, and then I just folded it. And then I just moved it, so I'm gonna move it down. Okay, there we go. That glue will grab it, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then I'll have to find a flower to put in there. I haven't done the back of this yet, and I hadn't done these black pages. I wasn't sure I was gonna do everything, because if somebody really wanted to make this a journal, they could write on the back of this, they could write on pages and just tuck them in, you know, just like, let's say I wrote on this page right here, and I wrote all about whatever. I can just stick it in here, you know. I don't have to do anything great with it. I could tuck a little letter to myself on every page if I wanted to. Okay, so there's that and that. Then I have another blank page, and then I have 3 more of the papers that you can get on the website. It's like a whole bunch of them, just a whole pack of old advertisements that have been copied and stained and done. They did a really great job. And then this is just a handmade ruffle out of vintage linen and tea stained. And this one's been tea stained. And then a clock hand with a button and an old pin. And then this is the other side of that lace, and I added buttons, clock face, and a gear to another man. So many times I sell these cabinet cards, and people always want women and children. So I wanted them to see how cool it is. I guess most of the work that we do is frilly and girly and all of that, but I wanted it to show how cool it was to put these guys in here. And yeah, I just think they're really cool, and I think they work great in this book. So I don't know, maybe it was the black part, and this is just a clock face. A couple of people have sent me these, and one of them was Heidi, and one was Tara. Heidi from Joyful Artistry by Heidi, and the other one was Tara from Sweetwater Trading. They sent me some of the little glass watch crystals. And then another blank page, and then more of those ads from my website at TammyLovesVintage.com. Just, let's see. They're just really good. And I mean, whoever did it did a great job of replicating. The backside's pure white, and it's not super great. Oh, thank you. Truly amazing. And then I added this, my favorite trim. I absolutely love this trim. I'm almost out of it. I'm so sad. But I added this around the edges. And then here's just the back cover that I trimmed. A lot of times people don't see the beauty in this kind of trim, but boy, it sure works great for something like this. And it works great when you have a paper mache Easter egg and you cut it out and you want to decorate the inside. It's a nice way to trim out that edge. It's a tight piece of lace instead of too big and floppy. It's a great trim to look for. So anyway, let's go back here to our feather. I can find it. I know there's a feather. There it is. We'll go back to this feather. And my hot glue gun, I hear it clicking around, so I think she's ready. Oh, I must have cut that off. We'll tuck her back in. Okay. And then I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to lay it down this way. And I got a lot of glue there, so let's smash it around, and maybe I can get this in here before the glue dries. Let's see. I think I can. I think I can. I think I did. I think I did. There we go. Just a subtle, there's just a subtle color. Actually, is it all going to fall apart? It might. I'll have to glue them all back in. Yeah, several pieces fell out from where I cut it. All right, stop that. Stop that right now. All right, so I'm going to add some glue. I'm going to pick up some of these. Oh gosh, it's going to be hard. I'm going to pick up some of these little stamen that fell out and stick them in the glue. I think I put them in upside down, but I'm not going to worry about that either. Let's see here. Yeah, there's 3 in the glue, and then I need to take my smaller scissors and just snip those stems off, I think is what I'm going to do. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, now I had a couple more fall out. Quit it! Okay, it should be good. There we go. So now we have our hat flower on the bottom of that one. And then let's see, I wonder if I want to do a seam binding. Where is that other one? There it is. Hello, there you are. I might glue some more of those little stamens in a minute. Okay, I'll leave that there. I don't know, let's do another flower, it'd be easier. But I really like that. There's Michelle. What do you want? Are you going live or are you talking to me? Oh, she's going live. Okay. Her heart is racing. I can't wait much longer to go through my auction items. Oh, okay. Oh, she must have bought some more auction items. Okay. She's going live here in just a minute, and I'm almost done. Oh, here's another flat one. This one's pretty. It's velvet. That's pretty. I didn't know I had my old ones in my paper bag. I need to check on my organization skills a little bit better. I want the stem to show, so I backed it up a little bit here. I want the stem on that to show, but not the stem on this flower. I should have snipped it off. Okay, all right, you guys. And there's just a little flower at the bottom of that. Let's see how our book's gonna close now. Oh yeah, it still closes just fine. So if you guys didn't see how to make this, oh, Michelle, okay. So if you guys didn't see how to make these feathers, then just just do the replay. I was going to show you, but Michelle's here with the Vintage Daisy, and she's getting ready to go live over on her page. So if you guys would like to jump over there, she sounds like she's been shopping again, and she can't wait to share some things with us. So course, I can't wait to see them. So I'm going over to watch her as well. So, you know, in the Whatnot world, they call that a raid train. So we'll all go raid train over to the Vintage Daisy. In Facebook land, I think they call it page hopping. But whatever it is, everybody jump on over to the Vintage Daisy. Michelle's going to be going live here in just a little bit. And if you like what I do, you will love what she does, I promise. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Michelle, for letting us know you're going live. And I will see you guys next time. But I hope you make a paper flower. Super easy. 2 pieces of paper. a piece of wire and some glue and some scissors. So have at it and have fun doing it. Oh, there's Anne. Hi, honey. Yes, catch the replay because you're going to want to watercolor. I even mentioned you in here. That's Ann Fetters. She should come in under your name, but I'm getting ready to leave now, so don't bother. But it's Ann's Create and Share. And again, she's another one that does great stuff that if you love what I do and you love what the Vintage Daisy does, you will love Ann's as well. So thank you, Jimmy. Hi. Thanks, Janet and Glenda. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Dream. So have a great night, rest of your night, you guys. And I'm going to jump over to the Vintage Daisy. Come on with me, and we'll see what Michelle's up to. And again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.